Hey guys, it's Cowan Hill, and I have a guest here. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hey guys, my name is Alex, or AGonPS3, and I'm just like Cal Hill. I do Call of Duty, mostly Call of Duty, YouTube commentaries.
Okay, and welcome to my channel and all that good stuff. And do you want to tell us what's going on in this game here?
Yeah, this is a game of Search and Destroy on Invasion. I am using the Silence P90 with Marathon Pro, Stopping Power Pro, and Ninja Pro, and I'm just doing some basic rushing, trying to get as many kills as I can.
Yeah, I find that rushing on search is probably the best way. I mean, I'm not by any means a search expert or anything like that, but I always seem to do better when I rush. Just think makes things a bit easier. Would you agree with that, or?
Yeah, on Search and Destroy, a lot of people say it's either like you're gonna camp or you're gonna rush, and even if we're on defense, I gotta just charge out with the P90 or the UMP or the Vector and just go crazy, even if I die.
Well, they say that what is it? A good defense is a good offense and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
trying to do.
Well, this first round doesn't go as planned, as you can see. They get the bomb planted, and a lot of your team die pretty quick. So
Yeah, I rush up, try to get in their spawn, and kind of turns out they've rushed up and I've already planted the bomb, and some guy with the UMP who I don't even fire at for some reason takes me out. Not the best starting round,
I
but we
think
turn around.
I think there was a riot shield guy in the corner, wasn't there? And you was aiming at
Yeah,
him.
he was distracting me, and his buddy was lying in the grass.
And I see that you're playing with two other guys. Like, how many people would you recommend kind of going into a search for? Because when I go alone, I always seem to lose games and things like that.
Well, I don't because a lot of the people on my friends list are pretty good and they're gonna take my kills, which is kind of selfish. But I don't, I want to get some kills too. So I usually just roll with two or three other people in search.
Yeah. Well, see here that you've gone down this side, and I think actually four other guys do, and you managed to pick off three of them. They seem to be just throwing themselves at you right here.
Yeah, I run into those first two people, and I bet the guys on their team see the death skull above this area, and they're charging in, but I'm here, and I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
getting lucky and taking them out.
And you got your UAV here. What kill streaks do you actually use in this game?
I think I'm using UAV care package Predator missile. Pretty sure. I used to use that a lot, but um, I've been watching some other guys on YouTube, and they've been getting a lot of kills with the UAV Predator Harrier. And now that I've kind of matured as a player and I'm getting better, I feel like occasionally I can reach the Harrier in search, and when I do, it's a nice kill streak to have in search if you can get any air support up in the air.
Yeah, there's something about the care package that I just don't like using. I don't like that you actually have to wait for it. That really annoys me, especially in search when you wanted to be rushing here, but you got to wait for that care package to come down. Did that not annoy you, or?
No, that like when I'm playing this, I used to be the biggest noob in Call of Duty, but like I've realized that I don't want to wait around for the care package, especially in search or even in TDM. I don't want to have to like get a 4 kill streak and sit in the corner while I wait for my care package. And then even worse in search is if you call it in and someone kills you and then they get it because you can't respond that round,
Oh,
obviously.
that's annoying. That's why I don't use emergency airdrops in any game, because that really sucks. In fact, there's actually a trick I've been working on where what I do is I put on counter UAV and emergency airdrop. Obviously, the other kill streak doesn't matter, but I try and get myself an emergency airdrop, but save the counter UAV, and then I call in the emergency airdrop and call in the counter UAV, and then they can't see on the map where you've called it in, and it just stops their whole team rushing you. And I think that's probably the best way to use an emergency airdrop. Have you tried that, or is that new?
I've never tried that, but that makes plenty sense. I'm gonna try that out because whenever I call in my e-drop, no matter what game mode, it's just a flock of people coming down, and I can usually take out a few of them, but I always get overrun in the end and end up losing my chopper gunner or something.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about emergency airdrops. They kind of if you're on a flow in a match, it kind of stops everything, and you got to kind of wait around. And I don't like that. And that's why I always tend to pick kill streaks that I don't have to stop and use. So that's why I use mainly Harrier, Pavlo, things like that. Things I can just call in. So, do you play any
Search now things
domination?
that I don't have to wait around for.
Oh, wait, sorry,
I
yours
do.
cutting out a bit there. Alright, go ahead.
Oh,
Do you play domination then?
yeah, I do play domination. Not as much as TDM or search because I find domination to be really frustrating because I'll always join in, and before I get to my Harrier or my Predator missile, it's like one before I die, and I feel like better players play domination. And I'm not trying to go the easy way out with TDM, but in domination, I see all the YouTubers. Like, I saw one of your games on Underpass, and you were using the TAR 21, and you just had like an insane score, and you got like two AC 130s or something, and I can just never figure to get that. I'm just can't rack up those big scores in games like that for some reason.
I
So
think
I
in
mainly say,
domination, you need to, play with a full team really to be able to have an easy mode, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Like, but TDM, you only need a couple of guys to make it easy. But domination, definitely, the more people you got, the easier it tends to be.
yeah. I've been when I go domination now, I only go in with a party of 6, and I completely stay away from ground war because of the noob tubes and danger close and one man army. But I feel if you're in a party of 6 and you get a game on, say, high rise, and you get the spawn trap on early, you take C and B and you spawn trap them at A. That's like the only time I can get a ton of kills in domination is if you're in a full party and you're working the spawn trap.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. A lot of people think that spawn trapping. Well, they do as much as they can to get rid of spawn trapping, but don't you think that spawn trapping is pretty good, pretty fun kind of thing? Getting people into spawn traps.
It is fun, and it's not like it doesn't take any skill. Like, people complain it's cheap, and maybe it might be a little cheap, but you have to be smart enough to figure out, if I go in the windows on high rise, then their spawns are going to switch. If I go underneath high rise, their spawns are going to switch. So if you're smart enough to get the other team into a spawn trap, and then you can execute it well, and have people defending each side, then you deserve the kills for being that smart.
Yeah, that's really true, and I've actually said before that a good team will not get into a spawn trap. They won't get spawn trapped. I mean, even if you spawn at C on Karachi, then you won't get spawn trapped if you're a good team. And it's not like there's maps where you're just straight into a spawn trap no matter what. You can always fight your way out of it if you're a pretty good team.
Yeah, whenever my team gets on C Karachi, I always tell them, like, okay, let's capture it at first, let's get B. But, if someone's taking C, we don't need to rush back, let's jump on A, because that's a better situation for us.
Yeah, we always, like, when I play with the team, we always head straight for A and try and take A and just push them straight out and, hopefully push them onto C. And that's a 4-1 victory there, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, you die in the last round as well, which kind
Yeah.
of sucks because I think you was shooting the guy, but unfortunately you didn't get the kill. Final score is 13-2, so that's pretty nice for Search. I just want to say thanks for coming on my channel. Everyone go check out his channel and things like that. And yeah, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, thank you for having me, and everyone's checking my channel. I bring a lot of games like this to the table. And just thanks to Cowan Hill for bringing me on today.